November sees the return of the Eternals to Marvel, and the timing is right. We've got an Eternals movie coming out, which is really Disney's kind of biggest gamble since Guardians of the Galaxy in terms of new characters, and, a comic to support it, it can't hurt. We've got Kieron Gillen, we've got Esad Ribić, and Matthew Wilson, a pretty solid team. We'll see how it works out, who does what, and how long the art duties run, if Kieron Gillen is allowed to kind of craft the tale he can tell, or if there's going to be a lot of editorial interference. We'll see. The plot synopsis talks about really digging into the Eternals, what they're all about as a race, how they protected humanity for millions of years, and without them, we'd be smears between the teeth of the demon-like deviants. The war has waged for all time, echoing in our myths and nightmares. But today, the Eternals face something new: change. Can they or anyone on Earth survive their discovery? Promising to have some big bets. Kieron Gillen, again, pretty excited about it, talking about how he's going to explore fight scenes, horror, human drama, emotions, explosions, and that, if he was going to do a book again at Marvel, it would have to be something new for him, something he's never done before. It's teaming up with an artist he really, really loves. Esad Ribić being able to create whole worlds. 37 effing variant covers? Are you kidding me?
This shit, I'm out. This shit, I'm out. No thanks. Don't mind me. I'ma just grab my stuff and leave. Excuse me, please. This shit, I'm out. Nope. This shit, I'm out. Alright then. I don't know what the just happened, but I don't really care. I'ma get the up out of here.
Hey everybody, this is Perch. Eternals #1 goes on sale in November, and it's coming with 37 variant covers. And by the way, there will be more. This is 37 currently announced. There will be a few more. There will be retailer exclusive variant covers. It's within the realm of possibility that we get to a grand total of 50. I mean, what else is there to say about this but you? Look, we'll go through the variant covers in a minute here, but as people point out, yes, absolutely, 100%. Marvel and variant covers, it's a thing that we've seen. You can say variant covers is a victimless crime in the sense that, they're bought by collectors, and if somebody wants them, they buy them. You don't have to buy a variant cover, and that's true. Variant covers are not forced into your hands. The comic is going to be charged whatever it's going to be charged. I think $4.99 for our first issue. I say with trepidation because I almost am certain it will be more than that. But anyway, it's you don't have to buy a variant cover. Absolutely true. If you don't want them, you don't have to buy them. And that's been the excuse that by and large Marvel has used for quite a long time. If you don't want it, don't buy it. Sure. The challenge is it's not there is a side effect to this. And the side effect is that these variant covers and the incentive programs and everything else, hey, actually, it's being priced at $3.99. I mean, will wonders never cease? $3.99. It's a Christmas miracle here. Hey, who knew? Okay, some good news. We'll get some good news in this video. But it's still, you're forcing comic shops in many cases to order much more than they plan to because they have collectors, people who have pull boxes who want the variant covers. And so in many cases, shops will overorder, which means they're going to have stock left on the shelf. And of course, this is what Marvel wants. They've got a big movie coming out. They want to look good in front of Disney. So of course, they want to have 100,000 plus copy. And with this many variant covers, they're going to get that. They're easily going to exceed 100,000 copies as first issue. So they'll be able to credit it as a big success. They'll be able to point to Disney and say, see, you've got a big movie, we've got a comic, we've lined up, we've done our jobs, we sold a lot of issues, and we're working hard. Just please don't look at issue #2 or 3 or the sales on down the road. That's the harm in this. And you are going to have just dozens and dozens of comics in shops. At a time when people are struggling, we need good value. We don't need lots and lots of variant covers. So take a deep breath, ladies and gentlemen. We've got these variant covers. Alex Ross, aka the guy who paints stuff that isn't actually in the interior of a comic. We've got Peach Momoko, popular cover artist that kind of came out of nowhere lately. Alan Davis, you wish he was on a title again. Art Adams, Mohamed Assur, Jen Bartel, Boz Logic, Russell Dowderman, Dave Johnson, Jeff Johnson, Mike Del Mundo, Ginny Frison, Ryan Gonzalez, Inuk Lee, J. Scott Campbell, a Virgin variant cover by J. Scott Campbell, a Hidden Gem variant cover by John Romita Jr. That's most likely from the Neil Gaiman John Romita Jr. Eternals. They're just reusing art, not something new. Hidden Gem variant cover by Jack Kirby. That's definitely not new art. A Hidden Gem variant cover by Brian Peltier. Variant cover by Joe Quesada. Variant cover by Cardi Randolph. Design variant cover, Esad Ribić. Launch variant cover, Huberto Ramos. Premiere variant cover, Esad Ribić. Variant cover, Walt Simonson. Ron Lim. Otto Schmidt. Superlog. Headshot variant cover by Todd Nook. Variant cover by Greg Land. Traced variant cover by Greg Land, sorry. Variant cover, Takahashi Okazaki. Cover by Dan Panison. Scotty Young. Lentil Francis Yu. Frank Cho. A blank variant cover, a Kirby Crackle variant cover, and, probably one of those crappy, it came out on a Wednesday variant covers. Not announced here, but, it could be. So it's a lot of variant covers. And again, like I mentioned, this is all designed to pop a number. It's designed to pop that number one issue sales and make sure that when it launches, it's going to launch with, with some attention. And, I get it. It's a marketing scheme, but it's not helpful, and it does come back to roost. It's one of those things that seems good on the surface. It gives Marvel an immediate short-term number, but it's a bit like junk food. It's like if you went out every day and you ate none of the food groups, you just had M&Ms all day, and that's all you had. And it tastes good, but eventually your arms just start dropping off your scale. This isn't a great analogy. It's like junk food. This is a short-term thrill that Marvel gets with the Eternals, and then the sales plummet. And fortunately, I think they just go from month to month, just assuming nobody will look at what happens next. But I want the best for these comics. I do. I think that there's a lot of things to complain about at all different times. But there's no doubt about it in my mind. I'm so mad I'm knocking stuff off my desk. That's what's going on. I think this stuff, it confuses retailers. It confuses the customers. Yes, it gets a lot of covers out there, but this is not the way to do it. This isn't the way to get all this art out there. And if you think about the money that Marvel's having to spend on all these cover artists to get all these covers, I mean, you could do a fraction of this, have a more realistic number, and not have to explain why you have a huge drop-off from issue 1 to issue 10 if it gets that far before relaunching. And you could potentially pay for better quality interiors, maybe shuffle that money off to another book in your line and provide some stability. This ain't it, Chief. So, 37 variant covers. You got to just hold your head in your hands here. But, maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know that there's nothing wrong with this. Like I said, the common counter argument to all this is, hey, if you don't like it, don't buy it. Yeah, I get it. But it's, shops can't say that. Retailers can't just say, well, I don't like this, I'll just buy one. It cuts from both ends. And it's, I just think it's excessive. I think it really indicates a company and an industry in a lot of ways that has run out of ideas. Because when you're going to the well to try and pop a number one issue by doing 37 variant covers, you have no ideas at that point, and you're just playing a numbers game. That's what I think anyway. Let me know your opinion in the comments below. Like, subscribe. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider it. Really appreciate it. Otherwise, follow me on social media. Send me an email. Hang in there, guys. It's got to get better. Right? Yeah, right?